The kick in what should be a great football game, and the head coach of the Hilltoppers, Mitch Hewitt, joins us from Chardon High School as we get ready for what should be an outstanding football game. Coach, thanks for taking a couple minutes to talk some Chardon football with us here.
Thanks for having me on.
Last week I had a chance to stand down on the sidelines to watch you guys beat Kenston. And to look back at the tape again and to kind of go through my notes for this game coming up tonight, 36 different formations you guys used in this football game?
Yeah, our offense coordinator, Frank Call, does a tremendous job mixing up formations. And what's interesting is we don't run a ton of different plays, but we put a lot of formations in, which I'm sure is not necessarily the most fun thing for a defensive coordinator to have to break down the following week.
Talk a little bit about your offensive philosophy, because yes, this is a wing tee and it's a spread wing tee, but this is not your normal, as you put it, this is not Grandpa's wing tee. This is a little bit different twist to it, the way you guys do it.
No, Jim DePolfi, who was head coach before we took over, had really started to tweak it. Coach Hall has evolved it to where it is right now. And it's modeled more off of the spread game that you see pretty much every team running. It's not your traditional triple option that you see some of the academy of schools still running. We're buying into the same concept everyone else is, with having to spread people out, create mismatches in space, but we're still trying to do it where we're hiding the football, and our quarterback's responsible for audibling about 50% of the time.
It's your second year at the high school. You're a grad of Chardon. You played in the state championship game there. You also played at BG. Talk a little bit about the transformation in 2 years. What clicked from between last year and this year?
Well, we've had tremendous support in all areas. I mean, our administration, school superintendent, we have a tremendous staff here. The players have bought in hook, line, and sinker, but probably the biggest difference is we were able to raise about $50,000 to take an old, pretty much shop room that was collecting dust and storage, and we transformed it into a pretty nice weight room. And the kids have embraced it. They've spent a lot of time in this room. I'd say it's the single biggest reason why we're having the success we're having so quickly.
How much fun is it to coach at your high school, Coach? Especially a guy that had success there?
Again, it's a town that I've been born and raised in. City councilman here. We have a business here. Graduated from these very same hallways, which has made it nice because I think we have a tremendous amount of resources here at our disposal. You know, it's not like going to a new school where you don't know anyone. You know, I got an email last night from someone whose son played with me, and she said, anything that we can do to help, just let me know. My husband and I are more than willing to help. And we get emails like that all the time. We get parents that want to help and jump in. I'd also say, though, too, I might add that there's also a little bit more stress, too, because, you know, you live and you work in the same community that you're born and raised in. I think expectations right off the bat were high, and it's probably only going to get worse after this season.
What about the community support? You've talked about it. I was at the game. There was not an empty seat on your sideline. Matter of fact, there seemed standing room only at the fence behind you as well. But sports as a healer in general for that community after the tragedy in February. And a few of the sports teams have had success, but how important has it been for the football team to continue that success?
Well, we've been really blessed. I mean, I think it's clearly it's a great opportunity. It's great timing for us to be having this type of success based on what's happened over the last 8-9 months. You know, I think the community was looking to grab on as something that can be positive, and you know, I'd like to think the football team has provided some degree of that, along with a lot of other sports here. I mean, this school has tremendous teachers, coaches, and like I said, there's a support system built within the school that's allowing this type of success to happen. It's not by accident.
Talk about the matchup tonight against Aurora.
Well, you know, I mean, here's a team, you know, unlike us where it's been like 1 year where we've made the playoffs. Coach Mihalik's, I think it's his 8th straight season in the what very few coaches can say that they've done. I think that's where we're trying to get to. To me, I think it's you know, it's a monumental step for our program to be in the same game with a team like Aurora. I mean, again, I think it's easy to have a one-season success. I think it's much, much more difficult to maintain that level of success that Coach has been able to do. And you know, it's a byproduct. Winning breeds winning. There's a reason why the same teams every year are playing for state championships, and it's because this senior class has had so many more weeks of preparation and practice and played in big games that we can't match at this point.
Coach, best of luck to you tonight. Look forward to talking to you before the game.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks again for having us.
There is head coach Mitch Hewitt of the Hilltoppers of Chardon. The big game coming up tonight, live here on Sports Time Ohio. Chardon and